Have you ever had someone that you really looked up to? Maybe a parent, a teacher, or even Superman? Well, my name is Mitzi Carpenter, and I'm going to tell you about my hero. She's a very special woman in the nursing field, and many people don't know who she is. She's been deceased for decades, but has made a lasting impression in history, and her name is Clara Barton. I'm going to tell you about her life, how she founded the first free school, the time that she spent on the battlefields, and how she founded the American Red Cross. Clara Barton was born on Christmas Day in 1821 to Stephen and Sarah Barton. She was born in Oxford, Massachusetts. She had 5 older brothers and sisters, and she was also homeschooled. She first realized her need to help people while tending to her brother after he had a very bad accident. Her first accomplishment was the founding of the first free school. She didn't attend regular school, but was mentally accelerated for her age. At age 15, a teacher advised her to teach in order to overcome her shyness. She was such a good teacher that many schools made offers to get her. One main offer was that she would be paid the same amount as the male teachers, which was really good for a woman in the 1800s. Around the age of 30, she moved to New Jersey and founded the first free public school, and it was so successful that a permanent building was made with additional teachers being hired to help. She ended up leaving for Washington, D.C. when a man became the head of the school and started earning $350 more than Clara was. That outraged her because that was a lot of money. When the Civil War started, Clara felt a need to help the men in the battlefield. The battle that really got her motivated was the Battle at Bull Run. When a troop from her hometown in Massachusetts showed up in Washington, she felt an even higher need to help nurse them back to health. She took the seriously wounded men to her sister's house in Washington, and she attended to their wounds, but she ended up going to the battlefields and helping the wounded there. She felt that her need was back in Washington, and this is where she helped the wounded men from both the North and the South. She became known as the Angel of the Battlefield. Clara Barton's final, most widely known achievement was the founding of the American Red Cross. This was done on May 12th in 1881. Over the next 2 decades, Barton made the presence of the American Red Cross felt in such emergencies as the Jonestown flood, the Sea Island and Galveston hurricanes, and the outbreaks of typhoid in Butte, Pennsylvania, and yellow fever in Jacksonville, Florida. In these crises, the Red Cross provided nurses, basic supplies, and aid centers to help victims. Barton personally funded many of these, and when she couldn't get government support, she didn't keep very good records, and financial transactions were noted on scraps of paper with no clarity regarding either income or expenditures, and led to her being accused of pocketing contributions. The needed tasks were more than she could do, but she held onto the reins, and in the midst of her struggles, Barton traveled intermittently to appear at international events, such as the 1882 ratification of the Geneva Convention, where she received the highest decoration given by the International Red Cross. In 1884, she was the first woman appointed as a diplomatic representative to the Third International Conference of the Red Cross, where she moved an American amendment regarding peacetime functions of the organization and was given the Augusta Medal for Humanitarian Service. In conclusion, Clara Barton accomplished a lot during her lifetime. We covered a little about her life, how she founded the first free school, her time spent on the battlefields, and how she founded the American Red Cross. Clara Barton isn't a well-known figure, but she is forever a great part of the American history.